Tonight from the Moda Center in Portland, it's a Western Conference clash. The NBA on TNT Tuesday is presented by State Farm. The Los Angeles Clippers taking on the Portland Trail Blazers, third and final meeting of the season for these two teams. Zubats rocks the rim. Beautiful setup for LA. George answers with a triple. This team is at an historic pace in three-point shooting. Paul George having his best season from beyond the arc. Isolation, Cantor pinching over, now backs off. George on a fadeaway. He can get any shot he wants, Grant. PG-13. Oh, that is nasty. What a spin. It's rated R. Upstairs, Paul George. Major elevation on a feed from Batum. George has got little one-on-one, pulls it back and buries it. Paul George is locked in.
As George just continues to hit tough shots. I mean, that's not easy right there at all.
Hey, George, the zigzag move, and then the soccer move as the ball hit his head after he made the bucket. McCollum over man, rims out, and George has got the rebound. Up ahead, the fly pattern. Terrence Mann gets to the cup, and George rewards him on the dash to the rim. George against Jones. 74-73 Portland. For the lead, he's got it. PG-13 drills it. Oh, back door. It's George inside off the beautiful pass on the setup. Rajon Rondo playing alongside Reggie Jackson. George has to hurry. The jumper on target. Paul George with a three. Blazers up by 6. George sizing up Hollis Jefferson. The shake, the jumper, rims in for Paul George. Jackson to man, no good on the three. Batum battling on the inside for the bucket. Little kick, shot clock down to 5. Anthony the jab, double. Anthony connects. Carmelo Anthony turned back the clock. Foul called. Paul George on his way to the rim, and he'll shoot 2. The Clippers have the second most double-digit victories in the NBA behind the Utah Jazz. They trail by 4. Back off the double team. George, give and go. Extra feed, and it's Zubats on the inside. Great awareness from PG-13. McCollum, yes, a 3. George drives in for the deuce. 112 to 109 with 55 seconds left. McCollum off the mark. Here come the Clippers the other way. George pedal to the metal, tied up, finishes with a left hand. 1-point game with 33 seconds left. Shot clock is down to 10. They show a double team on McCollum. Find the open man. Powell, no good. The door is open for LA. 12 seconds left, trailing by 1. George met by Hollis Jefferson. High screen Jackson. A switch down to 5 seconds. George drives in. Kick out deflected by Little with 4.8 on the clock. And the Clippers retain possession. Huge call here. George got bumped by McCollum, and that is a potential game changer. We are tied at 112. This one for the lead. 113 to 112 Clippers. Timeout taken by the Blazers with 4.8 on the clock. They'll be looking for the win when we come back. Down by 1. McCollum, pump, jumper, no good. It's over. The Clippers get the win, and they rally in the 4th to do it.
Let's welcome in Paul George, 33 points, 11 rebounds, 3 assists. Paul, you noticing a trend. You get to talk to us on Tuesday nights. It's a pleasure. Adam Lefkoe here. I got to ask, you guys shot under 30% from three. You're number one in the NBA in three-point percentage. What is it like for you guys to go back in the locker room and not have to rely on the three ball and still get the win tonight?
Well, tonight it just came down to defense. We weren't shooting the ball well, but it was pretty much both teams were scoring and scoring at a high clip. And when we weren't scoring, it was just because we was missing good shots. So, you know, it just came down to who was going to play defense, what team was going to make the most defensive stops. And it just happened to be us down the stretch. And, you know, once we were getting stops, we were getting out going, trying to get some easy baskets. We scored early, and, you know, that was the game.
Paul, Shaq here. You signed DeMarcus Cousins to a second 10-day. I know he's not the DeMarcus Cousins of old, but you think he's somebody you can use down the stretch, especially during the postseason?
Absolutely, absolutely. You know, Cuz, man, he bring the toughness, you know, and he's a presence. You know, I think it's just a great dude to have on his team, build the camaraderie. His chemistry has been amazing. Everybody's loved him since he's been here. You know, so we need him. We happy to have him. And I think down the stretch, especially in the playoffs, when we play against the big bodies, the Jokic, it's just an extra body that we can put on him.
PG, you started your career in Indiana, and then you went to OKC. Now you're in LA. Now you back home. Talk to me about what it feels like every night that you get an opportunity to put that LA jersey on your body.
Man, it's humbling. Be a LA County kid growing up in Palmdale, catching all the LA games, whether it was Lakers or the Clippers, to be able to represent my family, my friends, and just, you know, be hands-on with my community. You know, you can't pass that offer up and that opportunity up, and it's bigger than that. You know, I'm chasing a first ring for myself, and not only for myself, but for the franchise. So it just hits on so many different levels.
PG, as all of us today watch the trial, I think the NBA has done more off the court in terms of social justice and Black Lives Matter and just everything that went into the bubble last year and ongoing. So for you, were you able to catch it? You know, what are your thoughts, and was that discussed amongst your team?
It wasn't so much discussed amongst the team, but I watched the trial. I was waiting for the verdict. I caught the verdict as soon as it was delivered. They did the right thing. Hopefully this is the right step in the direction that we need as a whole. You know, I think the people, everybody, all races was involved in this verdict. I'm just glad they did the right thing. You know, it's one of thousands that this happened to. But we got to start from somewhere, and I think we look at this case, and you know, we got something. We got a foundation. We can look at this and all these cases going forward. We got a foundation that we can stand on to continue to put pressure on, you know, the justice system to do the right thing.
Clippers move to 9-2 in April. Paul George, congratulations on the win.
PG, man.
Love, appreciate y'all.
Thank you.
All right, great job.